Hello. How you doing tonight? Feel pretty good today. Had a weird again, this week's been so weird. I've barely been at work because of it's a long story. Don't worry about it. But today we had business in Osaka City. Family business. My wife and I had to escort our son to the American consulate because if you don't know this, if you don't have kids and you're not American, you might not know this, but if an American child gets a passport, both parents have to be present. Now, partly this makes sense because if only one parent gets a child a passport and that parent suddenly leaves the country with that child, the other parent is in a lot of trouble. But if you're an American living abroad and you've got a spouse who's not American and your child is both American and not American, it doesn't really matter because guess what? My son can get a Japanese passport without my help and does. So my wife, in theory, could just leave with him and go to Moscow and I would never know. But that's neither here nor there. No one's going to Moscow. Anyway, the point is you have to go with both parents. So every few years, we got to take him to the consulate ourselves and we got to file this paperwork. So this time we were super prepared. And by we, I mean me. Remember I spent all that time yesterday searching for documents? Well, I found them. And I made copies of everything. I made copies of all our IDs, which they tell you to do that. They tell you to bring an ID and bring a copy of the ID. Which is like, okay, whatever. I got everything ready. I got the paperwork ready. I filled it all in. We made an appointment for 9:15 a.m. We were there at like 8:55. We were there early. We went through security. By the way, I've noticed American security at the consulate has changed a little bit. Now they let you keep everything. It used to be they took away all your electronics. They even took away your ID and kept it as collateral for the badge. So I went down there preparing to like not have anything on me, but no, they just take it from you to go through security, and then once you're through security, they just give you your phone back. It's like, oh, okay, your rules have changed. Great. But we went upstairs. We took the passport photo. There's a special machine in the consulate that has American passport size photos. We did everything. We turned all the paperwork. We paid the money. It was like 9:05. I was like, great, we're making record time here today. And then we just sat down, we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited. And we had to wait till about 10 o'clock till they finally gave us back our papers, made us sign them, and then said, we're good. Which is like, okay, from a bureaucracy standpoint, an hour isn't bad. I know I went to DMV last year in New York City and spent like 90 minutes there. Surely if I go to immigration in Japan, holy shit, that's at least 90 minutes, more like 2.5 hours if you're unlucky. So an hour isn't that bad, but it's like, we did all the work. There was no second guessing. There was no, oh, can you do this, please? Can you do this, please? Like when I go to the bank, it takes a long time because the bank makes me do more stuff. They keep telling me, you need to do this, you need to do this. Oh, you made a mistake. Please fill this form out again. Like it takes hours. I got everything right for the passport. There were no ambiguities. There was no question marks. It was like, do you need this? Like, nope, we're ready. They just took the papers and they weren't ready for an hour. Which was kind of disappointing. I know what Mako was clearly pretty exhausted by the hours over. But whatever. It's done. It goes off in the mail. We get the new passport in the mail. We don't have to go down there and pick it up. It comes in the mail, which is great. And yeah, we were just in the city after that. So I walked around, did a little shopping. I went to an arcade, just played an arcade game for like 20, 30 minutes. It was great. Just played an arcade game. KOF 13, by the way. Good arcade game. And then Mako had to bring my son back to school and then come back to the city because she had to go to work just like I did, but she works in the city. So she could go back and forth on the train for no charge. And we had lunch today in Umeda at Shake Shack. Yeah. Oh, it was so good. It was so expensive, but it was so good. I mean, Mako and I, lunch for two was north of 4,000 yen. So it was like $40 lunch for two adults. But holy shit. Oh, we both had bacon cheeseburgers. I had a caramel shake. We split an order of cheese fries. Oh, it was amazing. This is like the third time I've had Shake Shack in my entire life, and it's so goddamn good. I can't go that often because it's too much money and it's just too much food. But oh man, I need it. I've heard there's a place in Seattle that I got to go, and when I go to Seattle this summer, I'm gonna go and get some of those burgers. But for now, for today, so good. And then I went to work and did 4 hours of work, and it was over in no time. But yeah, pretty good day. Looking forward to tomorrow. Good night, everybody. I love you.